honor.
Strength and honor.
Strength and honor.
At my signal, unleash hell.
Load the catapults. Infantry form up for advance.
Archers ready.
Archers! Knock! Knock! Atrás!
3 weeks from now, I will be harvesting my crops.
Imagine where you will be, and it will be so. Hold the line! Stay with me! If you find yourself alone, riding in green fields with the sun on your face, do not be troubled, for you are in Elysium, and you're already dead! Brothers, what we do in life echoes in eternity.
Epics have been as much of a constant in cinema as hot, fresh, buttered popcorn. These films are lengthy in nature, wide, awe-inspiring sets, fight scenes and special effects, coupled with dynamite performances to tell a story that spans time and leaves an undeniable impact on the viewer. As synonymous as popcorn is to film, one genre of film is synonymous with epics. That is the quote-unquote sand and sandal films, or films about ancient Rome. And this week's film is one of the best ever. Released in 2000, directed by Ridley Scott, Gladiator introduces us to Roman general Maximus Decius Meridius, Russell Crowe in his breakthrough Academy Award-winning performance, who is selected by Marcus Aurelius, Western film legend Richard Harris, in one of his final roles, to succeed him. However, those plans are thwarted by his son Commodus, played by Joaquin Phoenix, who murders him and kills Maximus's family, and sets Maximus through the path of slavery in being a Colosseum gladiator. However, Maximus's popularity grows, and it leads him with the chance to avenge the death of his family and emperor in a final climactic battle with Commodus. In our introductory clip, we hear the great General Maximus rally his troops before a battle shortly after the film begins. Our next clips show Marcus Aurelius with both men. First, with Maximus, we hear the tender care and honesty he has with Maximus. This harkens to a father and son-like relationship the two have. We will then see his interaction with his own son Commodus, where Marcus admits his failures as a father as he tells Commodus he is being bypassed as successor and is giving this role to Maximus. We hear the pain of regret.
It was so fragile, and I fear that it will not survive the winter. Maximus, let us whisper now, together, you and I. You have a son. Tell me about your home.
My house is in the hills above Tehillah. Very simple place. Pink stones that warm in the sun. kitchen garden that smells of herbs in the day, jasmine in the evening. Through the gate is a giant poplar. Figs, apples, pears, the soil, Marcus, black. Black like my wife's hair. Grapes on the south slopes, olives on the north. Wild ponies playing in my house. They tease my son, he wants to be one of them.
When was the last time you were home?
2 years, 264 days, and this morning.
I envy you, Maximus. It was a good home. Worth fighting for. There is one more duty that I ask of you before you go home.
What would you have me do, Caesar?
I want you to become the protector of Rome after I die. I will empower you to one end alone, to give power back to the people of Rome and end the corruption that has crippled it. Won't you accept this great honor that I have offered you?
With all my heart, no.
Maximus, that is why it must be you.
But surely a prefect, a senator, somebody who knows the city, who understands her politics.
But you have not been corrupted by her politics.
And Commodus?
Commodus is not a moral man. You have known that since you were young. Commodus cannot rule. He must not rule. You are the son that I should have had. Commodus will accept my decision. He knows that you command the loyalty of the army.
I need some time, sire.
Yes. By sunset, I hope you will have agreed. Now embrace me as my son. And bring an old man another blanket.
And now, Marcus and Commodus.
Are you ready to do your duty for Rome?
Yes, Father.
You will not be emperor.
Which wiser older man is to take my place?
My powers will pass to Maximus, to hold in trust until the Senate is ready to rule once more. Rome is to be a republic again.
Maximus.
Yes. My decision disappoints you?
You wrote to me once, listing the 4 chief virtues: wisdom, justice, fortitude, and temperance. As I read the list, I knew I had none of them. But I have other virtues, Father. Ambition. That can be a virtue when it drives us to excel. Resourcefulness, courage, perhaps not on the battlefield, but there are many forms of courage. Devotion to my family, and to you. But none of my virtues won your list. Even then, it was as if you didn't want me for your son.
Oh, Commodus, you go too far.
I searched the faces of the gods for ways to please you, to make you proud. One kind word, one full hug, where you pressed me to your chest and held me tight, would have been like the sum of my heart for 1,000 years. What is it in me you hate so much? All I've ever wanted was to live up to you. Caesar. Father.
Commodus? Your false as a son is my failure as a father.
I would put to the whole world if you would only have loved me.
I mentioned at the beginning of this review that these epic films almost always have amazing performances. And this film is certainly not an exception. As a matter of fact, it could be viewed as the standard. The aforementioned performance of Crow notwithstanding, Joaquin Phoenix used his performance in this film to shoot into the upper tier of Hollywood actors, a spot he has not ceded since. Our next scene shows the bevy of emotions he brought into this role: lust, jealousy, anger, pride, deception, deceit, greed, callousness. They're all here. In the first part of the scene, Commodus confronts his sister, who he has lusted over, and callously explains how he is taking her son Lucius away from her. Then, before his climactic fight with Maximus, he confronts him as he is tied to a post, and in a brief moment, we are teased with a possible love he may have for Maximus. But that changes as he coldly stabs him in the kidneys, debilitating him for their final battle, and demands that the wounds be covered by armor for their climactic showdown.
It's done. But what of my nephew? And what of his mother? Should they share her lover's fate? Or should I be merciful? Commodus the Merciful. Lucius will stay with me now. And if his mother so much as looks at me in a manner that displeases me, he will die. If she decides to be noble and takes her own life, he will die. And as for you, you will love me as I loved you. You will provide me with an heir of pure blood, so that Commodus and his progeny will rule for 1,000 years. Am I not merciful?
Am I not merciful?
Nothing happens to anyone that he is not fitted by nature to bear.
They call for you. The general who became a slave. The slave who became a gladiator. The gladiator who defied an emperor. Striking story. Now that people want to know how the story ends, only a famous death will do. What could be more glorious than to challenge the Emperor himself in the great arena?
You would fight me?
Why not? Do you think I'm afraid?
I think you have been afraid all your life.
Unlike Maximus the Invincible, who knows no fear.
I knew a man who once said death smiles at us all. All a man can do is smile back.
I wonder, did your friend smile at his own death?
You must know. He was your father.
You loved my father, I know. But so did I. That makes us brothers, doesn't it? Smile for me now, brother. Strap on his armor. Conceal the wound.
In 2000, this film took Hollywood by storm. It was released on May 5th of 2000, right around the time for summer blockbusters, but it's not a normal time for films looking for Academy Awards or other year-end awards. At the box office, it raked in $7.7 billion worldwide. It re-emphasized the importance of summer blockbusters, and many experts have stated it saved the fledgling DreamWorks studio at the time. After winning the Golden Globe for Best Motion Picture Drama, it was nominated 12 Academy Awards. It won 5, including Best Picture in a major upset, and Best Actor, again for Crow. It was nominated for others including Best Director for Ridley Scott and Best Supporting Actor for Joaquin Phoenix. In regards to epics, this film checks all the boxes. Operatic-esque soundtrack, awe-inspiring cinematography, mesmerizing performances, compelling story, and wide-spanning shots that blow the viewer away. This film is one of the Sand and Sandals epics that should be and must be enjoyed by all. I hope you join me next week when, for our final review of the year, and in honor of Christmas, we will look at a young boy's quest to procure a Red Ryder gun in the 1984 film A Christmas Story. For WMNH and Matt Connarton Unleashed, this has been a Classic Film Review with Erich.